Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and in today's video I am doing a shadows and shows. The shadows that I'm going to be using are from Nomad Cosmetics, their newest palette. I did a look already and I used this side of the palette. So for today's look, I'm going to use this side of the palette. Oh, wow. This shade on camera looks turquoise, but it is blue. Oh, and for the rest of my face, I'm just going to use my big old Physicians Formula Ultimate Mirror Butter Collection. It's got everything in here. Bronzers, blushes, highlighters, even lip gloss, which I don't think I'm going to use the lip gloss in that. But let's kick things off and start on the eyes. Now, eye primer, I'm going in with my Nomad Cosmetics Clean Canvas. I'm going to start this. This show, and I just finished it literally minutes ago, is when I finally finished it. Guys, I don't think it matters how old you are. This TV series was so enjoyable, you know, and so that's what we're going to be reviewing. If I didn't say it, I'm sorry. I'm really all over the place today. I just have a lot of things going on, a lot of worries on my mind. He says the following about this. Follows Wednesday Addams' years as a student when she attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart and solve the mystery that embroiled her parents. And then the very next one, which I think gives a little bit better. It says, a sleuthing, supernaturally infused mystery charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. Wednesday's attempts to master her emerging psychic ability thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town and solved the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships at Nevermore. Now, is it really 9 episodes? 8 episodes, I think, on this. They were just maybe counting a trailer. But it has an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, which is a better rating than what we gave, or what everybody gave Harry and Meghan, which is a review I did. I don't know if that one is up yet or not. If not, it's coming. If so, it's already up. By the time this one uploads, I'll link it. Either way. So, let me preface all of this by saying, don't judge a book by its cover. You think, especially in my age group, I think, or I used to think, oh, this is just going to be a teeny bopper. Where's my brushes? Oh, this is going to be a teeny bopper show. It's not gonna relate to me, and I used to think that way until my children. I am actually going to start my transition with this shade on the other side, which is Paradise, which is what I typically do. Usually start with a warm tone or a, light pink or brown. However, when my children were, younger, Pretty Little Liars was very, very, very popular. They watched it. I mean, I don't care where they were at. They were watching Pretty Little Liars. Or either they were recording it, DVR. And so, they would just, I think it's one of the things that both of my daughters, they're 4 years apart, really, really bonded over. They bonded over it. They watched the show together sometimes. And so they were at a pretty younger age, and I was like, I really want to see what they're watching. I'm going in with this shade, which is Dagger. And then I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Dark. So, I was like, what is this? I would hear them talking, and, and I was like, I really need to see what my kids are watching, especially the younger one. So, I took it upon myself to start watching it. They were probably on season 2. So I said, I need to see what kind of thing my kids are watching, exposed to, type of thing. And boy, I was hooked. I was like, oh, this is a really good show. So then it got to be, I caught up, and then, we would watch it together. They would, if they didn't get an opportunity to watch it, the night that it came on, they would always say, Mama, will you wait to watch it till we can watch it with you? So I was always like, of course. And I did. Now I'm going in with that darker shade, Dark. And so we kind of got into that. And initially when they started watching it, I was like, oh yeah, this is, this is about a bunch of kids, what does the grown-ass adult need watching it? But then I got hooked. And the same thing with Wednesday. When it first was being buzzed about, I kind of had the same thought process. This is going to be not in my demographic. I'm probably not going to enjoy this show. I'll give it a go, but I probably won't enjoy it or think it's for me. I was wrong, because it's so good. It really is. I watched Jenna Ortega when she was on Disney Channel. Kids in that, age range. I'm going to go into, I'm actually going to mix Poison and Dark. This dark blue and this deep, almost plum together, and see what we get. But I'm going to put it on a smaller brush. So anyway, seeing what my kids or what the kids are talking about with Wednesday, and start watching it, and yep, nope. It's one of those that I was like, yeah, I got to finish this. And I was super excited when they announced that there will be a season 2. It almost reminds me almost of the live action Scooby-Doo movies, in a sense of the amateur sleuthing, but amp it up. It was good. I really, really, really liked it. I think Jenna Ortega, who plays Wednesday, is a powerhouse. And I've felt that way when she was on Disney, the same thing. I mean, you know, like I said, I have kids who are in that kind of demographic age range, and so, you know, I watched a lot of Disney. It is what it is. I am going to put, let me swatch these shimmers. Gosh. This one, Tragedy, is a little chunky, but I think it's a duochrome. But there's that. Yes, it's a duochrome. Oh my God. It's beautiful. It shows up burgundy in the pan. Oh, aren't they beautiful? Gosh. All right. Yes. I am definitely going in with that shade. So, it was not one of those shows that start out slow. I mean, it was like, phew, as soon as you start watching it. If I have one critique, and this may not be, you know, a valid critique for someone else who may have watched it really consecutively. I didn't. I would watch an episode. I mean, it took me 3 days to watch the first episode. Not that it didn't have anything to do with the actual show. It was just, you know, circumstantial type situations that I just, you know, I couldn't help it. And then, you know, I'd watch another episode, and then I fell asleep on the last. There's 8 episodes. I was on episode 5. I had finished it, and I'd started episode 6. I was getting sleepy. I was watching it in bed, and, you know, instead of just turning it off, it kept going, and I, you know, eventually fell asleep. And so I had to go back and find where I was at. And anyway, so I finished it today. There were too many, in my opinion, and again, these are days from watching all of this. They were a little bit more, not plot holes, but too many kind of plots going on together, even though it all worked. I'm going to take that blue, this blue shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer. And I'm going to use a sponge tip. But it was just too many plots going on, I think. But I really didn't understand the main plot of the movie or the show. I'm not gonna spoil that for you know, anyone, but that first one, the first episode, I wondered, is this going to be slow moving? Is it going to be fast paced? And it had a nice build to it, I think. I don't think it's a movie or TV series that is strictly, high school 20s geared to. I think, anybody can watch it and be intrigued with it. I know I was. And the comedic timing of Wednesday Addams is legendary. That was just, oh my God, there were so many just laugh out loud parts in this. So many. I'm just taking that brush and using that dark shade, that burgundy, and running it along the bottom a little bit. Now, I am going to put y'all on hold, do my face, and then I will be back and we'll chat some more. Okay, I am back. Now, and I did the other eye, and I took this shade and used it right in the inner corner. So, let's put a little concealer on. The aesthetic of this movie is absolutely beautiful. The filming locations, and I don't even know where they filmed it at, but oh man, beautiful. It's beautiful. I love that Thing is in it. Thing from the TV series. And Christina Ricci, I don't know how you say her name. She was also in it. And I mean, it's got a lot of well-known performers in it. But that Jenna Ortega, she stole that show, y'all. I'm telling you, she really did. It just blew me away. All of them, there was not a less than stellar performance by absolutely anyone on that cast. Anyone. And I just love how it portrayed these kids as, obviously they're outcasts in the movie, and it's just, I just love that. I love it that the entire setting is not set in one particular setting. It's not all set at the academy. They're allowed to go to different rooms. Not different rooms. They're allowed to go to different places in the little town. It goes over history, some of the history of the academy. So yeah, I was just, it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I sat here for the last 4 hours and finished up while simultaneously cooking. Cooking for the week. Because I was cooking onions. And luckily, it's a nice day here today. It's 54 degrees. So I have my windows open. I forgot how much apparently I forgot how to put bronzer on because I put way too much. But I forgot how much I enjoyed this, which was why I usually keep this in my bathroom. So, you know, I'm in a hurry, I can do something real quick. I don't like the setup of it. I wish I could depot this, but I can't. So it is what it is. The blush. I had my, there you go. I'm gonna use, well, I'm going to use 2 of the blushes in here. Because it's very powdery and a few of them are loose. So if I lift this up, I'm getting it everywhere. And it's just, I'm lazy and I don't want to clean up makeup. You know what I mean? But let me see if I can buff some of this bronzer out. But you guys really need to go check out Wednesday. You know, I promise you, you will have a good laugh. Especially if you are a fan of dry humor, which I am. For the lips, what Bright Beauty in the shade Thistle. It's a very cool tone. I did not line my lips, but I think this looks good with this. Okay, I'm back. Did a little something to the brows. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and tell you a little bit more about the cast and details about the movie. It stars Jenna Ortega as, of course, Wednesday Addams. This was filmed in Romania. And if you really treat the places that things are filmed as almost characters, you can really, really kind of put yourself there as you're watching, you know, the movie. It was absolutely cinematically beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But, yeah, Christina Ricci is in it. I was trying to see some of the other names that, some of these other names, I didn't, one other name I did. I recognize the guy who plays the sheriff, who is, I think his name is Ian, or Shane, Jamie McShane, and that is what he looks like. He has played in several of my favorite shows that I've seen over the years. Let me click on him. He played in, what's this? He played in Bloodline, which is also on Netflix, which fantastic. He played in Sons of Anarchy. He played in Gone Girl, Argo. Those are just, you know, some of the first 4 that, whoops, that pop up. So, yes, very good, very, very, very good TV series. I am super pumped that they are coming out with a season 2. Right, that is it for this episode of Shadows and Shows. So again, for my face, I used the Physicians Formula, just big old butter collection, and I used the newly released Nomad Cosmetics. Let me hold it right side up. And I used the dark side and absolutely loved it. I used every shade with the exception of, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3 shades. I didn't use this gray shade. I didn't use this darker gray shade. And I didn't use the black, which I actually meant to use black as a liner, but now I've put, well, you know what? We can put a little bit on the end. I'll put a little bit of black on the end. I'm actually going to use a sponge tip and get a little bit of that black. And I'm just kind of running it along. I put it on the side of the sponge tip. Let me swatch these. So these are the dagger and dark. The first one and then the second one that I used to start off with, and that's those. And then, oh wow, that is black. And that is a beautiful deep blue. Look at those. I'm a terrible swatcher. That has nothing to do with the palettes, any palettes. I just suck at swatching. These are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I am thoroughly enjoying this. Okay, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. Please give this video a like, leave me a comment. I hope you subscribe and give this video a share. Till next time, be beautiful, be kind. Bye-bye.